Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my 2021 Exmark Staris 36-inch E-Series commercial stand-on lawnmower. Wow, that was a handful, but let's go ahead and talk about it. And I did want to mention that this video is not sponsored by Exmark in any way, shape, or form. They did not send me this mower to do a review on. They're not paying me to say anything about it, so all of the pros and cons that you'll hear are from my own personal experience and my personal opinions. So, with that out of the way, I paid around $10.50 a few months ago. This is in 2022, and this is last year's model, and I believe they're the same this year in 2022 as well. But again, I paid $10,500 for it, and I believe this mower came out in 2017, 18 maybe. And they've done minor changes to it, but as you can see, the deck is a little bit different setup, different way of operating the height control, as you can see there. And they used to be around $8,000, somewhere around there. And of course, with everything, with all the prices going up, it costs more to purchase this machine. As you can see, I have around almost 22 hours on it. And I've done the break-in oil change, which was really simple. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it is a 36-inch unit. It's got a Kawasaki FS600V, which is a 18.5 horsepowered engine. And I like this little hood design that they made just to kind of protect the battery, the belts, the spindles from any tree branches or anything, and also protect the muffler and exhaust pipes. But as you can see, when you open up the hood, you got the deck pulleys, you got the belt, you got the battery, and you also have access to the air filter right here, to all of your throttle cables. Your spark plugs are on the side, which are kind of hard to get to. But if I were to change one thing on these Kawasaki's, this probably doesn't have anything to do with the Staris, but if I were to change the air filter, I'd go with a more commercial cone style, the one you see on the FS or FX691Vs or anything like that, the bigger Kawasaki engines. I wish they had a cone style filter instead of the regular filter like this. I know you can get conversion kits if you'd like. That's an option, but that's probably something that I will do in the future. But this canister here might get in the way, so we'll have to figure some things out. We'll do a future video in that. There's how it looks with the hood open. One more thing I really like about it is this side discharge rubber piece here. And I know with like the new Vertex models, they come with plastic ones. I know the bigger models come with plastic ones, and you guys don't even know, with some of the gates that we go through, and you don't have this up or it falls down and you have to go through the gate instead of stopping the mower to lift this up. You go through, and let's just say the pole is right here. Well, this thing just conforms and slides right inside of the gate. And so it's really convenient. I like the rubber design. I would have nightmares with the plastic one if it kept on falling every time I try to go through a gate and have it potentially crack on me. So I wish that they stayed with well, if there's going to be a new Vertex in 2023, or even 2022 that is, hopefully they'll keep this rubber side discharge left on the next model that they come out with. So another thing I do not like about, which is controversial, I do not like about the Staris is the fuel tank is on the left side. Now this plays a big part in when you're standing on it and you're on a hillside. There's more weight on the left side, especially if your fuel tank is full. So that means that your tires will start skidding. It'll be out of balance and it'll give you a lot of trouble on hills. And I've experienced that because I've noticed that when I don't have a lot of fuel in my tank on this certain lawn, I'm mowing the swale, and it doesn't seem to, the wheels don't seem to lose their grip when the tank is empty, but when it is full, they seem to give out just because of all that weight on the hillside. So that's, controversial. I mean, if you're mowing flat lawns, it really doesn't matter. But if you're mowing hillsides, be in mind when you purchase this machine that the tank is on the left side. That's 5 gallons full. And I know that some companies have made tanks, like I think the Ferris mowers have had their gas tanks in the middle to kind of separate that weight, which is, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the design that's a tank on the left or a tank in the middle design. Another cool feature is this pop-up here. The knee pad comes all the way up, and you got access to your hydros, to the engine, to your dipstick tube, fuel shutoff. You have your tank for your hydro fluid. You got this lever here. If you pull it up, and it'll bring down this whole pad here when you want to close it, but it does stay on as long as that is all the way down. So it's a little locker. Got some fuses here, some relays, and then you got this panel here, and all you have to do is push back on it and it'll pop right off, and it's held on by 3 little L tabs there that slide back in, those 3 grooves when you want to put them back. But you got access to the backside of your motor. You got a oil drain right there on the left. You got your starter. And so it's all pretty much open, which is a nice little feature. You don't have to, I've seen some mowers where it's really hard to remove the back plates. You got screws, you got pins. This, you literally just pull back and put it back. I can do this all with one hand. You push this up and you can bring down the knee pad. All right. Here's your controls. You got your brake lever here. Push it down to release. Pull it back up to engage the locks. And yeah, they're on both sides. All right. I was just making sure. And then you also have your height adjustment. Someone said something about the height not being true. Like if you're mowing at 3 inches, it's actually cutting at 3.5 or something. I've never ran into that issue. I don't know what you guys are talking about, if that's true or not. It might be true, it might not be. But yeah, I've never had any issues with it. I always cut at 3 inches. Our tall fescue grass that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. So never had any issues with it. Another thing I would change is I changed the rims. I know this is kind of an Exmark colored scheme that they got going on, white, black, and red. But I changed the rim colors to black because I'm tired of cleaning these, man. They look nice and clean. But guys, yesterday it rained a few times in this week, and the whole thing was just muddy and caked. And I mean, I try to clean this as best as I can, so it looks like it just came from the dealer. But it's really hard to clean the white because you gotta scrub it. If they were black, it would hide the debris. I guess that's just with what you get when you buy a mower with white rims. But anyways, that's just small stuff. One more thing I want to mention is it's got only one scraper wheel. Scraper wheel. It's got one anti-scalp wheel. And that turns into a problem when you are mowing hillsides or swales because you always tend to scrape. If you don't lift high enough, when you're mowing, and it's kind of hard because you have to have one hand here and your other hand has to bring the deck up so you don't scalp when you're doing hillsides, when you're going on a slight bump. It's going to scalp it if you don't lift it up in time, and so it's hard to do. I really wish they had some kind of scalp wheel right here or something. They could throw in 3, 4 more, at least 2 in the front, 2 in the back, but they only got 1 in the back. So that's just one thing that I was kind of bummed about. But I'm not really complaining too much about it. It's a great mower. It cuts really nice. It's got 2 blades on the bottom. I think they're 17 and something inch blades. But other than that, I mean, when I first got it, it was kind of hard to start. I didn't understand how to engage the PTO because I'm the type that doesn't read instructions. Shout out for all of you that don't read instructions either. You got to figure it out on your own. But it did come with some instructions, but I didn't read them, how to start them. And you don't understand this stuff unless you read the manual. So I had to figure out how to start the machine. Well, not start the machine, but how to engage the PTO. When I brought it home, I thought that the PTO was defective. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I just spent, over $10,000 on a defective unit. And I was kind of getting irritated. And then I figured it out. And then I'm like, oh. So, it takes time. One more thing I did was I adjusted the platform here. You do have 3 adjustments, if you guys didn't know, to make the ride either stiffer or softer. And I made it really soft because the properties that we service aren't the flattest, the best. Some of them are really bumpy. And so I just chose to give me the most amount of suspension in my feet. But if you do that, then the angle of your foot is more acute, I guess you could say, and it tends to slide all the way down instead of staying up higher on the platform. So that's one thing to consider. And also, I am 6'2.5", 6'3", and my knees come up all the way to the knee pad right here, but they're on the bottom. So this is more of like a hip pad, and I guess these are your little knee pads right here. I really wish that they took this kind of material and brought it all the way down here, and took this and brought it all the way down here. Like, why did they cut off right here? My knees, as you can see, the dirt marks, my knees smack against right here and right here. And now, again, I'm 6'3", and I don't know the length from the ground to my knees is, but whatever this is here, I mean, what? It'd be like 2.5 feet. But again, I really wish the padding, this kind of padding, was all the way down here. I don't know why they stopped right at this spot and then added these flimsy little pads. Come on, Exmark. But, maybe they'll listen to me and change it up maybe on the next one, or a lot of people might complain about them and they might change up the design. But that's what I would want to see differently about this Exmark Staris. And that's about it. I probably have missed a few things. I haven't done any hydro service on it. So the next update will probably be like a 300-hour or 500-hour review on it. But again, I have about almost 22 hours on it, and that's how it looks. So all the problems that you've heard me rant about, that's basically what I have encountered so far. All the good things that you've heard, that's what I've encountered so far. So stripes well, drives nice, doesn't wobble around. It's my very first commercial mower, and it's my very first stand-on mower. And so it definitely, I needed to get used to it. It took me about a week to get used to it, but after that, I mean, I felt like a professional. Anyways, guys, take care. God bless you. And check out my other videos I'll probably do a review on my Hustler and also my Turfmaster. The Hustler has over, I'd say, like 300 hours on it, and so I really have to do an update on it because I've never done a 300-hour update on it and what I like about it and what I don't. So I'll have to do that. Oh, I also didn't tell you guys about the brake-in oil. The brake-in oil was actually quite easy because I have this. It's the pneumatic air-operated fluid extractor, which you can buy at Harbor Freight. And it was super easy to change the oil. You let it run for a little bit, take off the dipstick tube, insert the one of the hoses, and remove the fluid, right, your oil. And I have the front jacked up so the oil goes all the way back to the engine. And then after that, all you gotta do is unscrew the oil filter. It's right here, and drain it with the little funnel and cup, and that's about it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions in the comments down below, and I'll get to them in a timely manner. Take care, guys. God bless you. This has been Phil with The Motor Grow channel also fills lawn care. Check out our main channel right here. And so if you got any questions, again, questions or concerns, if you have this mower and you want to give me some tips, pointers, problems that you ran into with the Exmark Staris E-Series, let me know. All right, guys, take care. God bless you. We'll see you in the next one.